What's going on, Jerome's? Happy New Year. Just woke up in a little bit of a daze, a little bit of a funk, just like everyone else. It wasn't the champagne. It was the way that the Vikings ended the 2023 season. And not just against the greasy, grimy Green Bay Packers, but down the entire stretch. It was just frustrating. And got to vent a little bit about Kevin O'Connell, where I love what Kevin O'Connell and Quace are doing with the culture, but it's fair to question, did Kirk Cousins make Kevin O'Connell last year, as well as the middle part of this season? Or is Kevin O'Connell going to be this quarterback guru, a guy who develops players and a guy who creates offense out of nothing? Is he really tall-ass Sean McVay? I don't know, man. But it is fair to question what the hell was going on with the quarterback position last night. Where, hey, I mean, Jaren Hall, did he look like a world beater in the first half? No. Did he look like a fifth-round rookie? Yes. Was that expected? Yes. But I think that Kevin O'Connell put Jaren Hall in a very, very unfavorable no-win situation where he had to come out and look like a Pro Bowl quarterback, or he was going to get benched and the fan base was going to turn against him. And it's so hypocritical that O'Connell and Wes Phillips, the entire offseason, the entire regular season, have talked about development. They've talked about process with Jaren Hall, talked about bringing him along. But they just threw him in the deep end of the pool in a spot where, hey, if he didn't come out and throw for 200 yards and 3 touchdowns in the first half, the fan base is going to turn on him forever. And it's completely unfair to the kid, and it's just ridiculous. And the fact that the play calling was spotty, calling 5- and 7-step long developing plays when you have a rookie quarterback as well as your offensive line is getting cooked is completely unfair to him. And also the quick hook, what was the point of starting him? If you're going to bench Jaren Hall, and people point to the two turnovers. Well, all right, so one was an off-target throw, yes, behind Johnny Munt, but if Munt didn't drop it, there's no interception. As well as the fumble was a blindside strip sack after Christian Darrisaw got the business from Preston Smith. But yeah, let's put it all on the rookie as opposed to Dobbs and Mullins. I mean, Mullins had a 9.4% turnover-worthy play rate during his 2 starts, and Dobbs was about 4.5%, right? And so if you're going to give the kid the quick hook, why even start him? Just trot out Mullins. I mean, Mullins put up 24 points in back-to-back games against the Bengals and the Lions. I mean, at least he can operate the offense. So what was the plan? What like if your standard was Jaren Hall had to come out and set the world on fire in the first half, or you were going to bench him and fans will write him off, why even start the kid? That is the antithesis of development and responsibility to a rookie. It's maddening. It is. And the whole thing with the Packers too, so the Packers defense gave up 30 points to the Panthers, to the Panthers last week. Carolina scored 0 goose egg. D'Angelo Russell, by the way, against the Jaguars this week, and they're down their 2 starting cornerbacks in Stokes and Jara, and they're also down Devondre Campbell, and also Joe Barry is their defensive coordinator. And you do that, you score 10 total points, and also, I mean, Mullins was moving the offense on that opening drive of the second half, but if Najee Thompson didn't play a hero and make the huge play, they don't score. Like they don't get that touchdown. So it's really unfair to put everything on Jaren Hall, which it seems like a lot of Vikings fans are doing. But no, you should be questioning Kevin O'Connell for putting him out there in the first place. Also, what the hell was that game plan? Again, you're at home, and you need a Herculean special teams play to even put a crooked number up on the board. It's just against one of the worst defenses in the league. It's fair to question. Plus, the stretch where the Vikings have lost 5 out of 6 games. Broncos game, extremely close. Play calling towards the end of the game. Vikings couldn't run out the clock. Or play calling after the defense, which have been great, gave up that 1 touchdown to Russ and Cortland Sutton. That play calling at the end where Dobbs could have got Joseph in range for a game-winning field goal. Didn't happen. The Bears game, probably the worst offensive game plan I've ever seen. You got Silva in the background. What up? And then you have a chance to, hey, first down wins the game because your defense gave you 2 turnovers and you can't get it done. And then against the Raiders, you score 3 points. Now, props for making the quarterback change at halftime, but also out of the bye, why was Dobbs still starting? It's fair to question. And then with the Bengals, My God, adios me. Like, again, the 2 straight tush pushes on 3rd and inches, 4th and inches, with the smallest guy in your team pushing behind the smallest center in the league against a a quarterback who does not squat 600 pounds. Like, that's your plan, especially with Ty Chandler tearing the ball off the roof. It's not the saying. All game. But that's your plan. Okay. As well as the Lions game. Several opportunities to win at home against a very tough opponent, and you can't get it done. And then the Packers, complete embarrassing shellacking. A no-call, no-show by your team in a must-win game against a hated rival in your building. And by the way, during the 6-game stretch, you went 0-3 at home against your division. It's inexcusable. And also, people point, what about injuries? What about this, that, the other thing? Yes, which is fair. But also look at the Browns, who are on their QB4. Look at all their injuries. Look at all the other teams that have fought through injuries and adversity. I mean, the Vikings, with the existing personnel, with the guys on the field right now, with all the gong show at quarterbacks, Broncos, easily winnable. Bears, easily winnable. Raiders, you score 3 points in your win. You easily should have beat the Bengals, Lions, as well as what the hell happened against the Packers. I mean, it's fair to question what the hell has been going on with Kevin O'Connell, where injuries are an excuse up to a point, but giving away very close, winnable games down the stretch, I mean, at a certain point, it's a pattern. And at a certain point, that's who you are. And people don't want to hear it, but Kirk Cousins covered up a lot of stink with this team over the last 2 years. And Kirk Cousins deserves a lot more credit for the 13-4 than he got last year. And Kirk Cousins, yes, the Vikings started out 1-4, but a big part of the turnaround, especially the win against the Niners, was Kirk Cousins. All right, and don't want to compare Kirk Cousins to Belichick, but you look at what's going on with the Patriots right now. You take away Tom Brady from Belichick, all of a sudden Belichick can't coach his way out of a piss-soaked paper bag. And it's kind of akin to Kevin O'Connell. Now, I'm not saying that he should be fired this offseason, but it's fair to question. It's fair to question if O'Connell is going to be the guy beyond the 2024 season. He should at minimum come into next year on the warm seat. Same thing with Kwesi. And O'Connell, I know he wants to be the nice guy and everyone gets along in kumbaya. He's going to have to make some decisions on his coaching staff because the Vikings have been deficient in several areas this year, and just sucks. I mean, they did a great job in the middle stretch. It came back from the 1-4, wanting some more. But these last 6 games have just been an abomination, where you're losing close games, you're making bad coaching decisions, and also it's fair to question how he's handled the quarterback situation, where should have been Mullins the entire time when he was healthy. Should have been Mullins out of the bye week against the Raiders. Sure. Even though, yes, the Patriot had his high highs. Mullins can put up points. He's a turnover machine, but he's been the offense and he can operate things. And also, why the hell did you throw Jaron Hall to the Wolves against the Packers in a spot where he needed to be damn near perfect, otherwise he was going to fail? That's not how you develop a rookie quarterback. And people want these guys to have a top 10 quarterback. I mean, I don't know, man. Anyways, thanks for letting me vent. You guys are the best. We'll get through this. Happy New Year. Happy 2024. Wanting some more. Skull, no production value.